varts, and now one more short vart from the Nesiva Shalom, something a little bit. Those were more, I don't want to put labels in anything, but those are more like, straightforward. Ramesh Feinstein or Chaim Shulevitz. Now, Nesiva Shalom gets a little bit more. So Yaakov Avinu, Jacob's ladder. Yaakov Avinu is going to sleep, and this is an idea I'm sure we're going to talk about over Shabbos, because it was a place that he davened. How could he pass over that place? The Makom Tefillah, everything talking about Makom Tefillah. Obviously, that's why this Motzei Shabbos is when we're starting the building campaign, because Yaakov Avinu, Makom Tefillah. What? You take a nap? Very good. So people nap, very good. But Sulam Mutzav Arza, V'roishoy Magia Hashamayim. The Sulam, the ladder, is on the ground, and the ladder's head is in heavens. What's going on right now? There are angels going up and down. It's a whole party. Yaakov Avinu is trying to sleep. The rocks are busy fighting under his head. So the rocks are fighting here. The angels are going up and down. And Yaakov Avinu is trying to get some rest. Now, Yaakov Avinu is trying to get some rest because it was a holy place. And how could you pass by a holy place and not go to sleep? Isn't that weird? V'yifka b'makom v'yalin sham. Amru Chazal. Tzadik zeh ba lebis meloini v'yifter b'loy lina. Tzadik's going to come to my house, and Hashem saying that what's going on? I don't understand. It's such a holy place, Hara Meriah, so he has to sleep here? Whoa! Anyone ever thought about that? I never thought about that until I saw this today. This wonderful Sifsei Chaim Freelander. It's a beautiful question. What? But true, but that's it. Hashem forced him to go to sleep. Why? Because it's a holy place. Hashem saying go to sleep here. Why is Hashem saying go to sleep here? Rav Moshe Rabbeinu, when he was on the place, Admas Kodeshi, take off your shoes, right? Yaakov Avinu, a holy place, go to sleep. So this is not the idea I was going to talk about, just I felt I couldn't mention this.
You didn't really know how holy of a place it was.
No, so we're asking from the other direction. We're asking from God, Kaviyachel's direction. Like he said, Hashem made the sun set early, so that a tzaddik's coming here, how could I not let him lift her below lina? I don't understand. Hashem wants him to sleep in the holiest place on earth. So what we see from here, says Reb Chaim Freelander, and he quotes a Ramchal and many other, he quotes a Goin and Reb Chaim Elazhin. You see that we have the wrong orientation of what sleep is. We think that what's sleep? We think that sleep is, I'll read his words, Matziv shall hisparkus mi bekoiret haseichel. It's when we just give up our mind. Yerida. It's a time that we're just losing everything. And we're like an animal without das, and we dream, and we have nothing. That's what we think sleep is. Obviously, Hashem doesn't think that way. Because if Hashem thought that way, he wouldn't want it to go to sleep. What is sleep? And obviously these are very high levels, but we'll bring it down in a moment. The Ramchal says, what's sleep? Sleep is something that your soul goes up to heaven. Sleep is a time that you could reach the highest levels. The Vilna Gaon writes, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Nasan HaKadosh Baruch Hu Adam B'tivoy Sheyishan. Why? So that your neshama could go up to the yeshiva shel Ma'ila, v'sham migalelu rozei Torah. So every night, your holy neshama inside your body goes upstairs, goes up to heaven, gets a little chizik, gets a little Torah, that which you couldn't learn throughout the day, and then it comes back to you. So sleep is obviously a very, very holy endeavor. But to be a little bit drush, a little borrow the term, when you sleep, you reach lofty levels. What perhaps that can mean to us is that we have to learn how to dream. What does it mean we have to learn how to dream? We view sleep as, we sleep and we just, whatever. We lose our mind, we're a big fat behema, and we just go to sleep. But rather, Yaakov Avinu is teaching us this place is holy. Go to sleep and start dreaming. We have to realize in our lives that at every age, sometimes it's healthy to think back, what did you think you would become at a younger age? Sometimes it's unhealthy. At a younger age, I thought I was going to be a garbage man. And Baruch Hashem, I'm not. Okay. But sometimes it's healthy to go back in your mind and think, wait, I really thought I was going to be a this. And why am I not that? Because, so now, this is not a sheer, let's all get depressed. that we're not billionaires at age 30, and we're not, no shas at age 25. But if we start going back and utilizing dreams, dream big, keep on thinking how much greater we could become. Baruch Hashem, life doesn't end at 20, 30, or 40. I hope not. I really hope not. Baruch Hashem, we hope to have at least 120. What that means is this is so much time. And yes, many people in the world, in their teenage years and in their 20 years, they're very, very productive. And then okay, they settle in and they have their house and they have their kids and they have their job and they sort of just go through life. No, don't just go through life. Adamas kodesh, it's a holy place. Go to sleep. Start dreaming a little bit. Start thinking lofty and loftier goals. And the truth is, in the world at large, we see this happening every day. How many people who are now, 3 years into Daf Yomi, how many people are still learning Daf Yomi that started by mistake? How many people are learning Mishnah Yomi and Mesil Sisharim Yomi? And it doesn't have to be a Yomi. If it's not a Yomi, it's not called Torah anymore. No, I'm not hating on it. I do all the Yomis. I'm from Jew also. But what? Mishnah Yomi, I don't do. I know. I don't do. Mishnah Berurah Yomi, we tried. Diershu. But Yomi or not Yomi, we have this thing. We have to be streaky Jews. If we lose the streak, it's all over. A kid sent me a message today. Just reminds me, and he said he missed Ma'ariv last night. And he wanted to know about Tashlumim, and he threw a line in. He said, it's the first time I missed, and whatever. So he happens to be a good kid. But I sent back to him. It wasn't I got the message after Mincha time, so whatever. But I said to him, just be careful. Don't be a streaky Jew. Don't be a streaky Jew. Don't be so once I missed, it's all over. So now by next week, he's going to have missed 6 Meiros. You missed. It's okay. You feel bad. Great. It's good. But keep on going. Don't if I miss, we have this thing. But start dreaming. We need to all collectively start dreaming. Whether it's in Torah, whether it's in Tefillah, whether it's in Chesed. It doesn't have to be, what does that mean? I have to start an organization? No, chesed can mean that you took out the garbage. Chesed can mean that you said something nice. Chesed can mean you were that guy that we spoke about a few minutes ago, that in the group chat, you had that gibar, the gvura, to say, what are we doing here? One of the guys in the chat is going to say, you're being so from, you're a whatnot. Okay, I'm not 12 anymore. I'm happy to be an adult. I don't mind if someone else thinks I'm a little bit holy, a little bit something. But that wasn't the point I wanted to mention. I'm sorry, I just got derailed for a moment because I have an affinity when it comes to sleep. I totally, as you all know, I love sleep. No, I love dreams. I don't love sleep. I love dreams. The point I wanted to say was Sula Mutzav Artzai, and with this we're going to conclude. Listen to these absolutely incredible words. I'm going to read these words. These are words of the Slanim Rebbe, the Nesiva Shalom. Adam, unfortunately, this is typed. There are typos in what I typed, and I couldn't find my Nesiva Shalom. I only found the Devarim, hence those 50 boxes we were talking about. Eventually, we're going to get there. Adam Oisek bin Yonim Artzam. Again, the ladder, Sula Mutzav Arza. V'roishay Magia Hashamayim. This connects very well with dreams. Adam Oisek bin Yonim Artzayim. What do we deal with all day? Artzayim, lowly matters, the mundane world. When we deal with lowly matters, Yochel Hagia L'Madregos Hagavoyis B'Yotzer. The sulam, the ladder, is mutzam arza. We deal with the arza, and via that, Yochel Hagia L'Madregos El Yoinais V'ad Roishay Magia Hashamayim. And says the Nesiva Shalom, Dafka, specifically, Derech Ha'inyanim Ha'artzayim, specifically through the mundane, physical, lowly world we live in, Hashfelim, that is low, Yochel Lehisromein. That is the way to elevate yourself. Because we're misgaber, we're strong over our taivas. Now, taivasav doesn't have to mean, it's a taiva, it's inappropriate. No, a taivasav, it could be the lashon hara. Taivasav could be not getting up. Taivasav could be anything that you didn't want to do. Is your taiva? It's the world pulling you to do something wrong or not good. Magia lemadregois halyoinois biyoser. You reach hashamayma. Ha-sha-maima. The Maggid, he quotes the Maggid Mezritz, and with this we conclude, that says, Mala ha'aretz kinenecha ha'ilam ha'aretzi, this lowly world, who male and yanim, this world is filled with matters, she'efshar b'hem liknoisai li'Hashem yisparach. And dafka, the same thing, from the artzayis, the tsulam is mutzav arza, that's how you could be kainai roisha magia ha sha maima. And I believe that itself is, all these things are wonderful lessons, hopefully, that we could take home with us. But the more that we realize that we're living in the sulam mutzav arza, we're in the land, we're in the work, we're in the mundane, we're in the physicalities, we're in the interactions with people. Through that, Roishai Magia Shemaim, and I'm going to conclude. I keep saying I'm going to conclude. I just want to end off with one story. I don't know if I mentioned this. Someone in the kollel in the office by me. Let's leave all the details out. But the kid is not so frum, and he comes over to me today, and he asked me if we could start learning. We were together many, many years ago, so he found it fascinating that I'm sitting there being a Rosh Kollel, and he's a worker in the office. He found the whole idea fascinating in his brain. So he came over, can we learn? And we learned till here, and he's like, he's a little bit more spiritual, and he told me how he doesn't understand it, but he's starting to feel like a little bit like spiritual. That's what he said to me. He said, I don't know where it came from. I don't understand it. I don't get it. So what I said to him is, maybe it's because I had just read these words. I said, it's amazing. You're sitting all day in an office. You're sitting at work. What happens? There's a break it's in Cross River Brink. There's a break for mincha. So they come down to have a mincha, right? So what happens after mincha? You're in the middle of work. The emails are waiting, the calls are waiting, the meetings, right? What happens? After mincha, I get up and I give a 4-minute dvar halacha, 3 minutes. People stay. Why are they staying? What are they? Go work. They're waiting for you. Oh, because let me get a little bit of Torah. That's called taking the Aretz Agashmius and elevating it, and it's worth so much more. So I said to him, you think you come down, you daven for 2 minutes. You know what that's worth? As the Slonim Rebbe teaches us, it's dafka binyanim artzayim. That mincha, and I don't want to say this, but it's worth so much more than maybe minchas that are sitting and davening for 25 minutes. Because those people sitting and davening 25 minutes are sitting and learning and Beis Medrash and davening great. Someone who takes off from work, someone who's sitting there and doesn't need to come down, no one's going to ask any questions, he's not even wearing yarmulke, he comes down, he puts a yarmulke on. That mincha is so much more. Dafka bin yonim ha'artzayim hashvelim, this lowly world we live in, yochol lehisroimim. That's the way that we elevate ourselves. And listen, coming from such a person telling me, yeah, I'm feeling it. Yochol lehisroimim. He's feeling that spirituality.